Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the history and evolution of hip-hop music. It all started in the Bronx back in the 1970s, where young people began experimenting with new sounds and styles. From there, hip-hop has exploded into a global phenomenon, with countless artists, movements, and styles shaping the genre over the years. We'll be taking a closer look at some of the key players who helped define hip-hop, from pioneers like Grandmaster Flash and Afrika Bambaataa, to modern legends like Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar. We'll explore the various styles that have emerged over the years, from boom bap to trap, and show how each one has contributed to the rich tapestry of hip-hop music. And of course, we'll be taking a closer look at some of the most iconic moments in hip-hop history, from the East Coast, West Coast beef to the rise of gangsta rap and beyond. So get ready to dive deep into the world of hip-hop music. And if you enjoy what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting content. Now that we understand the cultural and social context that gave rise to hip-hop, let's dive into its early roots. Hip-hop emerged in the South Bronx in the late 1970s as a response to poverty, gang violence, and social issues. It was a way for young people to express themselves creatively and channel their frustrations into something positive. As hip-hop began to take shape, several key figures emerged as pioneers of the genre. DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Afrika Bambaataa were instrumental in developing the early sound of hip-hop and laying the groundwork for future generations of artists. But hip-hop wasn't created in a vacuum. It drew on a rich musical heritage that included funk, soul, and other genres. These early musical styles provided the foundation for hip-hop's distinctive beats and rhythms. As hip-hop continued to evolve, it became a powerful force for social and political change. It gave a voice to marginalized communities and helped to bring attention to issues that had long been ignored. So as we continue to explore the history of hip-hop, keep in mind the powerful cultural and social forces that gave rise to this dynamic and innovative genre. And remember, hip-hop is more than just music, it's a way of life. Now that we've explored the origins of hip-hop, let's dive into its golden age. This period, from the late 1980s to the mid-1990s, saw an explosion of creativity and popularity in the genre. It was a time when artists weren't afraid to speak out on social and political issues, and their music became a powerful tool for change. Some of the biggest names in hip-hop emerged during this era, including Public Enemy, NWA, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Their albums defined the sound of the time and are still considered classics to this day. But it wasn't just about the music. It was about the message. Many of the songs from this period tackled issues like racism, poverty, and police brutality. They gave a voice to those who had been marginalized and ignored for far too long. And as the genre continued to gain mainstream popularity, it became clear that hip-hop had the power to change minds and inspire action. So let's take a closer look at the golden age of hip-hop and the artists who defined it. From the infectious beats to the powerful lyrics, this era was truly something special. And even today, its impact can still be felt in the music we listen to and the world around us. As the 1980s came to a close and the 1990s began, a new subgenre of rap emerged that would soon take the world by storm. Gangsta rap was a gritty, raw, and unapologetic style that spoke to the harsh realities of life in the streets. It was a departure from the more lighthearted and party-oriented rap that had dominated the airwaves up until that point. And as you might imagine, gangsta rap was not without its controversies. Key figures like Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac Shakur emerged as the faces of gangsta rap. Their music was often explicit, violent, and confrontational, but it was also a reflection of the social issues that were plaguing many urban communities at the time. Police brutality, poverty, and gang violence were all fair game for these rappers, and they didn't shy away from addressing them head-on. Despite the important social commentary that was present in gangsta rap, it was not without its critics. Some argued that the lyrics glorified violence and misogyny, and that they perpetuated negative stereotypes about black communities. Others called for censorship of the music, saying that it posed a danger to young listeners who might be influenced by its messages. In the end, gangsta rap would go on to become one of the most influential and enduring subgenres of rap music. Its impact can still be felt today, and its legacy is a testament to the power of music to reflect and shape the world around us. As we move into the mid-1990s, hip-hop was taking over the mainstream music scene. It was no longer a niche genre. It was becoming a dominant force. Artists like Jay-Z, Eminem, and Outkast were leading the charge, releasing albums that defined the era. But it wasn't just about the big names. Hip-hop was evolving and adapting to new sounds and styles. It was exciting to see how the genre was pushing itself in new directions. The beats were getting tighter, the rhymes were getting sharper, and the messages were getting more nuanced. This was a time when hip-hop was truly coming into its own. And it was just the beginning. The next few years would see even more growth and experimentation. But for now, let's take a closer look at this pivotal time in hip-hop history. Now that we've covered the origins and evolution of hip-hop, let's take a closer look at its current state and how it continues to shape and reflect popular culture. The genre has come a long way since its humble beginnings in the Bronx, and today, it's dominating the charts and influencing everything from fashion to language. One of the biggest names in contemporary hip-hop is Kendrick Lamar. His socially conscious lyrics and intricate storytelling have earned him critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base. Another artist who's making waves is Chance the Rapper, who's known for his gospel-infused sound and philanthropic efforts. And then there's trap music, a subgenre that originated in the southern United States and has since spread around the world. It's characterized by its heavy bass, sparse melodies, and often explicit lyrics. But hip-hop's influence goes beyond just music. It's become a global phenomenon that's impacted fashion, language, and other aspects of popular culture. From streetwear to slang, hip-hop has left its mark on the world. And it's not just limited to the United States. Hip-hop has been embraced by people from all corners of the globe, from Japan to South Africa. So, whether you're a die-hard hip-hop fan or just someone who appreciates good music, it's clear that this genre is here to stay. And as it continues to evolve and push boundaries, it will undoubtedly shape and reflect the culture around us. 1. Wow, what an incredible journey we've been on exploring the evolution of hip-hop. From its origins in the Bronx to its global impact today, hip-hop has truly changed the world, too. We've seen how hip-hop has been a voice for marginalized communities, a platform for social and political activism, and a catalyst for cultural change. 3. Through the music, the fashion, and the dance, hip-hop has influenced art, entertainment, and even our everyday language. 4. And as we look to the future, it's clear that hip-hop will continue to shape the world around us. 5. So if you want to dive deeper into this amazing cultural force, I highly recommend checking out some of the suggested readings, music, and films on the topic. 6. Keep the conversation going and keep exploring the incredible world of hip-hop. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and until next time, keep on grooving.